This 26 Sports and CCTV high school football presentation is brought to you by Cadillac Casting Incorporated.
All right, welcome back everybody to Lake City, where we have the Breckenridge Huskies and the Lake City Trojans. No score after the first quarter. We had an interception for Devin Davis for Lake City in the end zone.
A touchdown called back on a holding call and a big 30-yard run by Zach Noren just a few moments ago.
So now Lake City will go into that stiff south-southeasterly wind.
And they're going to step back for a moment and re-huddle here. While they do that, how about we give a quick shout-out to some folks freezing up on top of the roof here on camera. Rain Johnson-Hill, Max Davidson,
and Joseph Ayton. Norn on the left side. He'll gain a couple, and he's brought down right around the 13-yard line.
And staying warm in the truck, certainly Heather Stilson and Wyatt Van Dynen. Great job always, all season long by our crew. And certainly in this cold weather, I appreciate them out there and doing what they do for us.
4th down and 4 for Lake City. The ball is situated right around the 15-yard line. They have to get to about the 10.
Well, we haven't seen him throw it out wide looking for Ben Marion.
Or Jacob Ball.
This time Lake City comes out with a little bit more power look. They're going to run the ball.
There's
probably
a pitch
good
to
choice.
the right. And nice job there. Kenyon Story was one of them, and Zach Norn looks like he's really slow getting up. He had big Kenyon land on him.
Yep.
Oh, he is.
Nice job by Caleb Hurt right there. Read that play well. Forced the cutback and allowed Kenyon Story to make that tackle. So Lake City turns it right back on downs, but they do move it 70 yards on that possession.
Field position battle going on here so
far.
All right, we want to give a shout out to the Breckenridge side. We have Grandma Sue, Dan, and a huge fan down there in Breckenridge. We understand that she will take care of the team and fans with her food, hospitality. Here's a break to the right side. That is Lucas Ebright.
And he tackled. Nicely by Waylon Ising.
Actually,
I hear Grandma Sue has everybody over after home games. Just kind of takes care of the community. Certainly what a wonderful lady. Sounds like she is.
Yes.
Well thought of by a lot of the folks here from Breckenridge.
She was the first name when I was over talking to the fans from Breckenridge, and I said a shout out. They said Grandma Sue, no doubt. So,
if you look right now for Lake City, you see Devin Davis. He is another 5 to 8 yards deeper than he was before the field position change.
And up the middle.
That's because of the wind.
Yeah. Hunter Collins gets a couple. Going to be 3rd down and maybe 6-7 yards. DVD copies, Dan, are very important for 26 Sports and CCTV, so make great Christmas gifts, birthday gifts, graduation gifts, people that can't be at the game.
Yep, and they help with our costs to broadcast this. And you can get those at cctv-cadillac.org, or you can check out mynews26.com.
All right. Lone setback is Collins. Here is a keeper by Staley. Staley keeps his feet going, and he's got a 1st down across the 30. Good job there by Carter Staley.
Looked like he was not going to get much out of that. Just kept his feet going, kind of stepped away from everything, and ends up picking up a big 1st down.
And that was a great block there by Spencer Fleming, who's 6 foot 300, number 78. Spencer is a senior.
As we roll into the winter sports seasons, we will be covering some girls basketball, boys basketball, and high school hockey. If you are interested in joining some of the camera folks, some of the behind-the-scene things going on, you can check out, at the Wexford Masaki Career Tech Center, and they'll be able to help you join our crew.
Here's a pass out to the right and over the head of Caleb Hurt. So that's going to make it second down and 10 from the 32-yard line. Yeah, hockey's right around the corner.
Right around the
and
corner.
They're already practicing.
It looks like hockey weather out there, Bill.
It sure does. Boy, there's not an empty seat in this stadium right now. And it was neat to see the portable heaters underneath the.
Nice job by the Lake City community school staff here to get ready for this ball game. They got heaters in different areas for players, fans to get warm. I see heaters on the sidelines for the players.
There's a pitch out wide to Collins. Collins is going to get 2 hard-earned yards. And number 60, Damian Wertberger, was one of the tacklers.
It takes a community to put together an event like this, and Lake City's done very well with that today, Bill. Certainly showing that 20-yard flag out there, American flag, in the pregame honors for Veterans Day.
It really does bring a community close together, doesn't it?
Yes.
And everywhere you drive, you see banners in town. You know, go Trojans. They got the names of the football players at the Wesco. I mean, it's just great to see. I'm sure the same thing is in Breckenridge.
Oh, absolutely. Lake City looks like they're going to give Breckenridge a little bit easier third down play here, as they have jumped offside. Oh no, it's called against Breckenridge. They moved.
Yeah, there was movement by Ebright, and that is, I believe that's a fourth.
Yeah, third or fourth.
Third or fourth.
Motion penalty right now.
So that'll back them up a little bit to the 30-yard line. Third down and, well, it looks like about 12. Third down and 13, we'll call it.
Nice job out here so far by number 78, which is Spencer Fleming, that 300-pounder, is with these long snaps in the shotgun. Everything's been right on the money. That's not easy to do in this weather.
Staley over the head, or actually through the hands of Ebright.
Yep.
That was a good defense there by Skylar Miller.
Skylar Miller, and certainly number 20 right there in that passing lane, making that ball a little higher than he wanted. Jacob Ball got in there, and Ebright had to throw that. Carter Staley had to throw that a little high. It's fourth down now.
We're at 13. Let's see if they're going to. Yep, we're going to go back in the punt formation now for Staley. Devin Davis back deep. Staley's going to aim it towards the right sidelines. Nice bounce there for the Breckenridge all the way down to the 22. And that's a good punt there, Dan.
It is a good punt. And probably a wise decision by Devin Davis just to stay out of the way in this cold weather. Fielding a punt today isn't going to be easy, especially if it's a low kick like that one was.
So it's shaping up early on here to be a defensive struggle between these two teams. All right, they'll move the sticks down there. The referee crew will get them started, and Lake City is ready to roll here from their own 22-yard line. They've got Ben Marion out to the right, Jacob Ball to the left. Here's a fake, keeping his Matt Holt. Matt Holt on the left side, and he's upended there. Who was that? Number 8, it looks like. Garrett Miller?
Yep, that is 8. Garrett Miller back there with that tackle. He's a senior. Picked up about 5, maybe just short of 5 yards on that.
Coach for Lake City is Kyle Smith. And Chris Robinson is the coach for Breckenridge. Yeah, I was talking to Coach Robinson before the game, and he said what a crazy week he's been getting. All these requests from everybody. He says, well, that's something he's not used to. Here's a pass down the middle to Devin Davis with the catch. Beautiful catch at the 45-yard line, a first down.
Nice throw by Holt right there, right in the number. Can't say numbers because he's only wearing number 1. Great catch right there by Devin Davis. That's the second time he's got a nice pass today.
Boy, really impressed, Dan, with the arm strength of these quarterbacks and the accuracy.
Yes.
Difficult conditions with
the
football being.
Look a little better than last week. I think last week maybe it was the rain. The ball was just slipperier. Right now the snow seems to be
not giving them that much trouble.
Not giving them that much issue in the cold. Yep.
All right. Matt Holt out of the shotgun. He's looking to pass again over the middle. That's caught by Ben Marion. Marion keeping his feet going, and he's got a first down as he's wrestled out of bounds there by number 8. That's Garrett Miller.
That'll make Papa Marion very proud. His father, Jeff, a good friend of mine. Not much of a fisherman, as we've commented earlier this year. But Jeff is a great, great person. Good to see the Marion family out here. The youngest Marion, the last of the crew.
You know, that's a nice big target for Matt Holt, Ben Marion. First down now from the 45. The Trojans on the move. Big pass down the left sideline and almost intercepted there by Garrett Miller. Intended for, is that Jacob Ball? Yeah,
Jacob Ball actually defends. He's the receiver, but he changes position as the ball's a little bit underthrown, just swats it down.
Once again, the wind knocked that ball down. Those big long passes are just
That's
hard
a tough
to do.
throw. But once again, that will open up things for Zach Noren. Every time you put that in the back of the Breckenridge defensive backfield.
And speaking of Noren, right up the middle, and he's driven down there by a bunch of Huskies led by number 1. I think that's Logan Waltz, even though I've got him on my list as number 2 there.
Yeah, and I think number 58 also on that tackle right there, Hunter Smith, 250-pound middle linebacker.
Now that's a good size linebacker.
That is a big size middle linebacker. Yep.
We're talking pro-type weight there with a
Absolutely.
250.
Certainly Big Ten.
Holt with the fake, over the middle, wide open is Ben Marion. Marion is going to carry number 58. We just talked about him for another 3-4 yards.
Nice job by Ben Marion after he makes that catch of keeping 2 hands on the ball, knowing a big turnover right there would not help. Just controlling the ball, picking up the next 6-7 yards.
You know, you look at Hunter Smith at 250, and Ben Marion carried him 3-4 yards.
Lake City, second possession in a row, Bill. They've had a nice drive going down the field. The last one was turned over on downs.
They're going to stick with the aerial game here. Great catch there. I think he held on to
Marion
it.
again. Yep.
Ben Marion is just dominating.
His third catch on this possession. I don't remember him being targeted maybe one time last week. And certainly this game they've gone to him. They see a matchup they like.
Well, the defensive backs, there's a mismatch in size. There's no doubt about
absolutely.
that. We had talked about that earlier. So Lake City is seeing something there, and it's working out. 5 minutes to go here in the first half. No score, but Lake City is knocking on the door. 1st and 10 from the 11. This time is a handoff to Zach Noren, and he's wrapped up there. Beautiful play.
52 out there?
That's Logan Hurst with a great open field tackle.
Yeah, he's going to lose about 6, 8, 10 yards on that. Well read by Breckenridge as Noren tried to run wide.
2nd down and 18. That's a big loss. And so far the passing game has been clicking. The running game has been a little, except for the one big run. Fake handoff, looking down deep to the right side, but it's tipped down, almost intercepted. And
that's
and
number
Ebright
5 back there again. Ebright. He's done a nice job back there.
He kind of looked around like maybe was there some offensive pass interference.
Lake City was looking for number 16 down on that. That was Zach Noren. He ends up defending that one also. That's the second time we've seen the Lake City receivers corps turn around and play defensive back.
Long throws are difficult in
that might have been Bisball maybe on that.
Yeah, Bisball's number 12. Okay, back. There's Kenyon Story.
We saw this last week. This was a big play last week, Bill.
Zach Noren.
He's
going to take it into the end zone for a Trojan touchdown. Zach Noren.
19-yard TD pass.
A little screen pass to the left by Holt, and he did a great job, Dan, because he saw big Kenyon Story coming at him, and he took the hit, made the pass, and it resulted in a Trojan touchdown. At the 4:11 mark here of the second quarter, 4 minutes, 11 seconds left to go. And Walker Herrick is going to attempt the kick on the extra point. And Wyatt Bisball will hold, number 12. going to be difficult here in these conditions. There's a snap. It's fumbled and picked up there by Walker Herrick, and he's tackled.
You know, most kickers wouldn't like that, but as big as Walker Herrick is, I bet you he was all right with that.
Oh, yeah,
he was unsuccessful.
So it is 6-0 here in the second quarter. The Trojans strike first.
Yeah, nice drive right there. 3 catches by Ben Marion on that drive. And then a 19-yard TD pass from Holt to Zach Norn on a TD pass play we saw run last week. Very successful against the Ishpeming Hematite team. How about right now, Bill, while we're waiting for the kickoff, we'll go through our sponsors. Cadillac Castings, Bauman and Rogers, Johnson Oil and Propane, Miller's Corners, Fox Motors of Cadillac, Lake City Family Pharmacy, A&L Trading Post, Don's American Pizza, Ash's Coffee Cup, Young Funeral Home, Evil's Hardware, and Pizza Plus. A big thank you to our sponsors for helping us bring all the folks at home this broadcast today.
Okay. 6-0 here from Lake City. Dan Gussert along with Bill Dooley, 26 Sports and CCTV. Happy to be bringing you this regional championship game. Next week, the winner will move on to, most likely, the site is going to be Clare, Michigan. That's what I've heard.
Okay.
That's not a given, but it's looking like Clare. And Walker Herrick with a short punt that's going to skid out to the 25.
Hunter Collins
has got it, and he's still on his feet. A nice run back all the way to the 42 by Hunter Collins.
It doesn't surprise me that Walker Herrick kicked that one away from the deep threats of the Huskies we saw in the opening kickoff of the game. They just about broke it. And Collins right there does a nice job picking up about 10, 12 yards after he picks it up. They've got good field position.
We'll see if the Huskies can answer here late in the first half.
Once again, Devin Davis is 18 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
There's a keeper by Staley, and the Trojans are going to wrap him up for a 2-yard loss. Who was in on the tackle there?
That is
52. Is that 52?
52
for Lake City.
67 and 52. Yeah.
Zane Crittenden is number 52.
Yep. And 67, I can't think.
Skylar Miller.
Skylar Miller. Yep. Skylar's always around the ball. We've seen that all year long from him.
Yeah, and I love that name, Zane Crittenden.
Once again, it looks like Breckenridge a little slow getting out of the huddle here, Bill. We've seen a couple of delays. We've seen some motion. Their offense having a hard time getting going so far here today.
They got 2 wide receivers to the left and the right. Keeping it is Staley. Staley's got some daylight to the right side. Staley is short of the first down on a tackle there by Waylon Ising.
That is an excellent tackle. That is not an easy boy to bring down. Watched a little film of him before the game here this morning at home, Bill, and he's a very shifty, strong running back, or quarterback turned to running back on that play.
And Waylon Ising has been very solid in his fundamentals. We've seen him make some great open field tackles. He had 3 interceptions in the one game.
A couple of weeks ago in a game,
But very impressed with his open field tackling all the way around.
Big 3rd down and 2 here.
Staley going to hand off to Hunter Collins, and he's going to get the first down on a nice surge there by the offensive line. Story, and also number 58, that's Hunter Smith. And I want to see if we can get that other.
Lake City's number 67, Skylar Miller, who we've talked about a few times, blitzed on that. He was unable to tackle a runner in the backfield, so they do get a first down with 2:22 to go.
Neither team has used a timeout yet, Dan.
No.
We're going to have Ebright and also Grant Wellman out to the left. Hunter Collins, fake to him, deep pass down the right side, and it's just overthrown. And it was intended for Caleb Hurt, and also in the vicinity was
they had two backs, or 2 receivers in the same area. That's 82.
Is that 82?
82 and 13, Bill, which was
Okay, so Caleb Hurt was one, and then Gavin Frederick was the other one. That's going to stop the clock with 2 minutes to go here in the half. Second down and 10. 47-yard line of the Trojans. In the shotgun.
There's a flag on this play, Bill, right away.
And Collins will get a few, but we'll see if it was an offside or an illegal motion. Referees are conferring on this play. We want to encourage everybody out there to get a DVD copy of the game.
Motion against the Huskies again.
All right.
Somebody's moving a little bit early. That'll back them up.
And that's at least the fourth one,
yes.
Dan. So that's been a problem so far in the first half here for the offense.
Yeah, between that and the couple of delays, that's probably 6-7 penalties right now by Breckenridge. There's a lot of conferring still going on. Breckenridge already has broken the huddle, but they have not moved the ball back. Did they pick up the flag? They're still talking, Bill.
Yeah. Like I said, the ball hasn't been moved back. Here they go.
Okay. Nice job by this officiating crew. This is the second time at least that we've seen them this year. This group out of the UP, they do a fine job.
Now it is second down and 15. It puts it back into Husky territory. Here's a passing situation over the middle. It is intercepted by Wyatt Bisball. Bisball's going to turn it over to the left side, and he's brought down there, but a great interception by Wyatt. And maybe we can get a little replay of that one. We get a chance, but anyway, the Trojans will take it over at around the 42. All right.
Looks like our replay's coming up, Bill. Great hands right there.
Not too much pressure. He just underthrew, and Wyatt Bisball read the play perfectly. He was the underneath on the coverage. Okay, Matt Holt will go to action.
Screen, what a call.
Pass. Oh, yeah, and it's knocked down. And
13 or 31 right there. What a great play, because that's going for a that's going for a bunch of yards right there. Who is that again?
That was intended for Zach Norm, but 31 is Caleb Hurt.
Yes. Caleb Hurt read that very well.
Did you see the lineman, Dan? As soon as they got through, then they realized it was a screen play, and they backed off real quick instead of going after the quarterback. So,
yeah, he makes that catch, and he's going to go a ways.
We've got 1:30 to go. Lake City, second down and 10 from their own 42. They have the 6-0 lead here.
Let's see if they look to Ben Marion again here. They've been pretty successful.
Keeper.
Holt's keeping it right away.
Holt has got some yardage. Oh, it looks like
horse
a
collar.
Horse collar.
Not called right in front of the Lake City coaching staff, and they are not happy.
Oh, boy. Actually, the referees are
they're conferring about it out there on the.
Because I think somebody did see it.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's a procedure call against Lake City, but there definitely was a pretty high tackle there, Bill.
Okay, but the procedure would have wiped out the play if that's the case, because it's a dead ball foul.
And maybe that was the...
I didn't even see the flag on the procedure. Either. So that explains why the horse collar wasn't called.
That's probably what the officiating crew...
And there is the flag in the snow there, Dan.
Yep. They make them yellow. You'd think you'd be able to see it out in the snow, but it's not that easy for old guys like you and me.
That's right. Second down and 15. The clock is running.
Yep.
At 1:10 to go. Lake City probably isn't in no hurry here. They'd love to go into the locker room.
They're just going to take their time here and set something up. If they get a first down, you might see them.
You may see the Huskies call timeout if they can get a big stop here. And there's another.
Get a timeout.
Timeout this time for Lake City. So
why don't we read off our sponsors here, Bill?
Yeah, that's a great idea, Dan.
All right. Cadillac Castings, A&L Trading Post, Don's American Pizza, Bowman and Rogers, Ash's Coffee Cup, Johnson Oil, Propane, Young Funeral Home, Miller's Corners, Evil's Hardware, Fox Motors of Cadillac, Pizza Plus, and Lake City's Family Pharmacy. Thank you for those area businesses to help us bring you this broadcast here on 26 Sports and CCTV.
And if you get a chance and you can stop into any of these businesses, let them know that you appreciate their sponsorship and maybe buy a pizza, get some at the pharmacy there. Like I said, Miller's Corners, any of these places, just let them know you really appreciate it. We want to do a shout out here for Ruth Smith. Ruth is Kyle Smith's grandma. So Kyle Smith is the coach of the Trojans. So a big shout out there to Ruth Smith. And hopefully she'll be watching a replay of this game either tonight, which is November 11 at 6:30, or on the 12th. We're going to have 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. That's November 12th, 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. on 26 Sports and CCTV.
Sound like there was a little bit of a mishap with last week's first broadcast as they showed the two first halves of that game. We apologize on behalf of the station.
They made the correction, though.
Yep.
There's a big pass, and the
that's
wind is holding it
deflected.
up, and it's going to be intercepted there by Lucas Ebright. Ebright's got some running room, and he's brought down there by Walker Herrick. You don't want to be hit by him on a cold day.
Somebody got a hand on that right as it left Holt's hand. Ebright's going to bring that back to about the 35-yard line.
We'll take a look at that one if we get a chance on a replay. I don't know if the wind just kind of... But anyway, this is a little bit of a change of event here with 44 seconds. All right, here comes a replay, Dan. We'll see if there was any tip on the play. Oh, he was hit as soon as he got rid of it, and that's what caused the problem. And nice job there on the replay by Heather Stilson. And you could see that as he was releasing, he was drilled.
So, 35-yard line. 44 seconds to go.
And 3 timeouts.
And lots of timeouts.
So Carter Staley with Hunter Collins in the backfield. He's looking to pass. He fakes it. Now he goes out to Collins, and Collins is brought down. Beautiful tackle there by Waylon Ising, number 10.
How about number 54 right there, too? Miles McLeod all over the Breckenridge quarterback.
Yep, and Miles
forces that
really
timeout
active.
call.
Timeout, and this will be the first timeout called by Breckenridge.
Hey, Bill, how about a shout-out to my high school, Crystal Falls Forest Park. Won again last night, a 2-point victory, and they will be playing in the eight-man football championship game. That branch of football, the 8-man, is one less playoff game, so they'll be playing next weekend in the Superior Dome in Marquette. Congratulations to the Trojans.
And Dan, the 8-man football has really rejuvenated a lot of
small towns.
Small towns that didn't have enough players, and this is really great. I think
it is. It allows a lot more kids in the state of Michigan to do what they've been doing since they were little kids. Play a little football. Certainly with Marion doing that in our area, Jeff Castillo's coverage of all the MESIC games.
From what I hear, and I have not seen one, it's really wide open.
If you ever get a chance, Bill, it is fun to watch. It's kind of like watching a 2-minute drive right here by Breckenridge all game long.
Okay, Carter Staley's going to keep.
Breaks a couple of tackles and then out of bounds.
Oh, kind of a little late hit there by Johnny Feller.
I don't see any flag on that. I think it was inbounds, and they all kind of fell over each other heading out. And one of the referees kind of ended up on the bottom of the pile. Looks like that person's up.
28 seconds to go here in the first half. It is 6-0 Lake City Trojans with the lead. Dan Gussert along with Bill Dooley bringing the action here on a frigid Saturday afternoon, Veterans Day. And we did honor the men and women here in a beautiful ceremony before the game.
Big third down play with 28 seconds to go until halftime.
4 receivers spread out, and this time is a fake handoff, looking down the right side and overthrown. Intended for Caleb Hurt, or was that, Caleb Hurt, 31. That'll stop the clock with 22 seconds to go.
That brings up 4th down right here.
And I'm sure it's already, definitely going for it.
Lake City's defense has stood tall all postseason long. Seems surely at very important parts of the game.
Yes.
And so far on this drive, they have 2 after the turnover, the interception by Ebright.
And a timeout by the Huskies, so they're going to talk over this important 4th down play. And like you said, they've bent with their defense, but they haven't given in on the critical situations. So hats off to that defense there. Cheerleaders for Lake City, Dan, out there I was talking to them before the game, and they said that they've got several layers on here tonight to keep warm.
We'll see if we can get those names out of those gals. I'll do a little work at halftime, see if we can find out who they are. And we can get them on camera later on in the game. They've got to be keeping active to stay warm today, and they do a nice job of entertaining the crowd.
So just to let you know, too, the hockey season is just around the corner. We'll be bringing you that action. Jeff Castillo and myself looking forward to that.
Coach Graham and the boys working hard, I'm sure, already.
They are. All right, 4th and 5 now with 22 seconds to go. Carter Staley, number 10, rolling out to his left. And there's some pressure by Miles McLeod. Staley on his feet, and he gets it complete to, that is number 6. That's Grant Willman.
With 13 seconds to go, a big 4th yard pass to Willman.
That'll stop the clock, and let's see if they're going to call
only
it.
Until they set the ball.
It's going to be hard to get 2 plays here is what you're looking at potentially.
I think they've called a timeout as you see Staley walking over to the sideline. So,
all right.
So 4th down pass from Staley to
Willman.
Willman.
Yep, Grant Willman, number 6. He is a sophomore, Dan. So big catch there by the sophomore. And once again, our DVDs make a great gift, and they help out with the production costs. And we also want to let everybody know out there that our sports are produced with a cooperation between the Wexford-Missaukee Career Tech Center, CCTV, and My News 26. We have students that are running cameras, doing graphics, instant replays, and they are all supervised by a professional director. And like we had mentioned before at Central Michigan with their broadcasting program, what a great feeder system.
Absolutely. If you're interested in those DVDs, you can call the station at 231-577-1844.
Okay, the ball is set up on the left side, left hash, and Carter Staley's going to roll to right where there's a little more room. He's got one man open, but he is going to
chasing
keep
him down.
Oh, knocked down there
knocked
by
out of bounds.
Johnny Feller, number 44.
That'll probably bring us to the last play right there.
Yep, 6 seconds to go.
Is that Bloomberg, 77, chasing him down all the way over to that sideline. Nice job by him.
Yep, Thomas Bloomberg. No timeouts for the Huskies, so this will most likely be the last play. Referees will set the ball down on the 15-yard line.
This has been a very entertaining 6-0 half so far, Bill. We've seen a lot of really fun to watch plays.
Last play, rolling out to the right. Staley looking in the end zone. There's the pass, and it's overshot. Intended for, I want to say that's Hunter Collins.
With zeros on the clock, that'll bring us to halftime with Lake City leading 6-0.
All right, you are watching Division 7 football playoff action on 26 Sports and CCTV. Dan and I will be back in just a moment with the halftime, and stay tuned.